Hello my fellow riders, today we're going to be looking at the Lexmoto Cypher 50cc equivalent bike. Now I am going to take you a different way around the block this time. Reason for this is this bike wasn't really designed to be an majorly on the road. I've said that wrong. This bike isn't really designed for commuting long distances or in the 50cc roads. It's mainly designed for in the city, around the side road sort of thing. So might as well do a test on that. It might be a little bit windy, but there's not really a whole lot I can do about that. So the main thing about this is it is very, very torquey. So it is 14.2 Newton meters of torque, and that will be at 33 miles an hour max speed. They are restricted, and this lady doesn't know where she's going. But when you accelerate off the mark, you can definitely tell it is wanting to go some straight away, and that's a really good thing about electric bikes. They have the power there straight away. So at the minute this one is, I don't know what mode it is, eco. So we'll put it into eco mode. So eco mode's 27 miles an hour on a GPS, which is the same as the Lexmoto, not Lexmoto, the WK Colt. So we'll put it into sport now and see what difference that makes. I really do like the speed up and off of that mark. Obviously no sound. It's saying 29 miles an hour on the dash, 27 on the clocks, but quite often with these sort of things I know that the GPS is out because they're not calibrated 100% for civilian use, shall I say. And I was told the other day by someone in the army that the army doesn't use miles, they use feet and inches. And apparently it makes a big difference whether the GPS is on the what height from sea level you are. You've got to be careful when you're coming off the lights or off of a junction on these sort of bikes, because yes, it will get up to that top speed rapidly, but then you're stuck at 30 miles an hour. Oh, adverts. So it's saying on here half the capable outputs, or it says on there 4 bars out of I think it's about 11. That's what it's pulling at the minute to go 30 miles an hour. So just imagine what it will be when it gets full speed or de-restricted, which you can't actually do in the UK yet, but I'm sure there will be a way of doing it at some point. But remember, with the de-restriction you are going to lose quite a lot of that what should we call quite a lot of that distance on the battery. So the brakes are really good on this. They stop you just as quick as the battery gets you going, and then you're up to that 30 miles an hour pretty rapidly. There's not really a lot to maintain on these bikes. You've got the tyres, tyre pressure, brake pads and the belt. That's pretty much it. The battery maintains itself up to a point. There's not really anything you can do to maintain it anyway. The best thing on any battery is to discharge it down to about 10% and then give it a full charge, and then take it out and drop it back down to 10% to give it a whole cycle. As you can probably see, it does pull off the line a hell of a lot faster than anything else. Even the 125s is going to have a lot more lower end torque than the 125 does off the mark. I still don't think you're going to be doing wheelies on it though. Not well, wheelies and burnouts and stuff. It's very comfortable, very light and very agile, and you can pretty much do pretty much whatever, and it just stays upright how it's supposed to be. Obviously you can't get your leg down or your knee down, so please don't try, because you'll just fall off. But for a city commuter, this would be really good for some people. If you're just going and commuting to the shop, commuting 10 miles, coming back and then commuting home again, it's going to be ideal for that sort of thing. Problem is when you get a little bit of what they call I don't know what the exact term for it is, but it's like battery fear, where you're constantly looking at that battery, constantly worrying about how long it's going to last and stuff like that. If you go to the shops and then you have to go somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else, and then you're worrying whether you can get home or not, because it's not one of those things that you can charge in 5 minutes, or like a petrol bike, you can't. You can just put more fuel in it and you're away, and it doesn't really matter. With these you have to think about them a little bit more in regards to getting them charged up. But this is going to be the exact same thing as if you've got like an electric push bike. It's just the same as that, just going a little bit faster, or legally double the speed. The mirrors are alright. They're halfway between getting me in my shoulders, so listen to her purr. It's Elon Musk battery week this week, so hopefully he's going to have some more developments on batteries coming out shortly that can be used in this sort of thing. What I heard is there was in his cells he was bringing out one battery to replace 10 of his standard cells, so we'll see how that goes. So we're going up a little bit of a hill now. It's still going at 29 miles an hour. My GPS has gone off. So you can definitely keep up to the traffic with that 30 miles an hour, but as soon as you hit 30, that's it. They are gone. Lorry. When you are going at 30 miles an hour and everybody's rushing past you, you do feel like you're doing about 4 miles an hour. But we tested it with a GPS and it is going 29 miles an hour up a hill. Sorry fella, you're gonna have to walk. One thing to note with this, if you pull in your brakes even a little bit, it will cut the power to the motor completely. So again, we're going up another fairly substantial hill, I guess, and it's not slowing down. On a petrol 50cc that is restricted, it will slow down on this hill. I guarantee it. That's it, that's my 20% gone. Boom. My battery is dead, my battery is dead. I don't believe it, my battery is dead.